Well, what's up, everybody, and welcome on into, guys, episode number 40 of Unsportsmanlike Conduct. As always, I'm Steve. I got Timmy T right on over there. Happy belated birthday, my friend.
Thank you,
what a nice birthday gift you got around that neck.
Yep, I wanted it. Finally got it. Good to go. I think I might paint the chain blue, though. I might paint it royal blue. I think I like that
Dip
better.
It right into blue? Hell yeah. And that could be a clinching chain this week. We have some clinching scenarios across the NFL that we're going to talk about. We'll get to some free agency in baseball, but for just a couple of things. What was that?
Baseball's madness. It's just crazy.
I'm gonna start calling them the sad Francisco Giants. They had Aaron Judge and Correa for a total of 6 days.
When we get to it, I'm gonna give my opinion on it because I think it's crazy.
Yeah. It's nuts. Everything went nuts. But first off, we've had a couple of losses in the sports world in the last few days. As I don't know which Dave is happening today. Is it Mobile Dave or?
It still says Christmas Vacation Dave. From
it's
the
just a whiteout
show.
Dave. Dave's in the blizzard somewhere. All right. So. Franco Harris, part of that big play back in the 70s, Steelers, the Immaculate Reception. And the craziest thing about that was he was on the Chris Russo the Mad Dogs show earlier that day. He had him on to talk about the anniversary, the 50th anniversary of the reception. Wow. And he was talking about it, and it was funny. He was on First Take with Stephen A. He's got that weekly thing, and he was saying, I thought maybe this year it was time to go a different route. Maybe not interview the people that were involved in it. Maybe interview some from the opposing team. And when we reached out, all we got was it wasn't a catch. It wasn't a catch. He was like, I don't want to hear all that complaining. You know how he does. Puts his hand. I don't want to hear all that complaining. See if you can get. The quarterback, Terry Bradshaw, and if you can just go get Franco Harris. And they spent like an hour on the show. They called him that day, and he said, "I'll be there at 3:45." And he was fine. As far as everybody knew, and then he passed away later that night. Which is crazy. He was 72 years old, heart issues, and then we go from that type of a story where a little bit up there in age, you can understand maybe something happened, but now we go to somebody who we watched win a Super Bowl just a few years ago in Ronnie Hillman for the Broncos. Rare form of cancer, and it was like quick. It found out. Diagnosed with that. I can't remember the name of it. And then it was like, there's zero that we can do. That's basically what it was. And now
I've seen that so many times, unfortunately, in life. A lot of people in work, they're like, went to the hospital on Friday. Oh, by the way, you have cancer. Dead the next week. It's crazy. It's like insane how that happens. It's horrible.
It's not. 31 years old. 31. Christmas Vacation. You ready? Give me a thumbs up. All right, we good?
Yeah.
Christmas Vacation, Dave. Oh, wait.
No, that was good.
No time to laugh, Dave. We were just talking about the recent losses.
Yeah, I just heard. I was like, well, this is perfect for me to come in since Timmy likes to call me Davy Downer.
I don't know if you saw the coverage, but he when we were talking about Franco Harris, he had just been on the Mad Dog show, Mad Dog Radio, earlier that day. They played the interview, and it was funny. Chris Russo, he was on Stephen A. First Take every week, Tuesdays or Wednesdays, but he was like, "You let me know. I have it all cute." Like he put so much pressure. Like even if Stephen A. didn't want him to play it, like it was too late. He was like, I've already got it queued up, guys, and you let me know if it's too self-serving. He was like, "What do you mean self-serving?" Well, it was my radio show. He's like, "I don't care. You play it." So and then they played like a little bit of it, and they like I was telling Timmy, they almost didn't have him on. They almost took a different route on the coverage of the Immaculate Reception. So that, and then of course the sad news with Ronnie Hillman, who is from our, he was on our fantasy teams 6 years ago. 31 years old.
That's crazy. Like, it's just so young, man. And it's not like he was doing something reckless or anything like that, which I think is what makes it even more crazy. It's just life.
This is why people don't like to go to the doctor. They don't want to get that news, Well, by the way, you go in for your toe, and by the way, you have cancer that's going to kill you, within a week.
Yeah,
thanks.
Yeah.
Sometimes that news is what sometimes that news is like what gets it even worse, because you could be feeling fine and stuff like that, but then you get that news and it's just like everything hits you.
Yeah, and this one was apparently like super rare form. Not like the, I don't want to say quote unquote typical types that you hear about. Aggressive treatment. We can move forward with this, but not the case, and very very sad, and sucks. So we transition from there, but we've got a new winner of the World Cup. Is that right, Dave? He was rooting for Argentina the entire time, and look at the smile on his face. I don't know. I don't know if you. I know, Dave, you watched that. Tim, I don't know if you popped it on.
I wish I did. I saw how it ended. I was like, shit. I would have liked to have seen that. That's rare, right? That's rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to watch
it was 2-0, and then in the last, what was it, like 11 minutes? What's his name scored 2 goals. Mbappe, yeah. Look, I don't deal much with soccer in the house, but my son knows. I was having a conversation with him the other day, and he was telling me all these players. Like, where are you getting this from? And he was, and of course, he's in. He goes to school in Weston, Dave. So it's a lot of Hispanic. So and there's no Colombia to root for.
Soccer and Wednesday Adams.
Soccer and Wednesday Adams. That's just like his new thing. All right, but Dave, talk about. Even though it might not have been the path you wanted it to go down, talk about that was exciting as hell to me at least.
No, absolutely. I think. I've seen the last, give or take, like 4 or 5 World Cups, and like the finals. And from what I've seen, and you hear like all the, I was gonna say locutores, like I'm speaking Spanish, all the commentators, talk about it, and they're saying, like, obviously they're a lot older than me, talking about all the World Cups they've seen and how this one tops like finals, the best finals that they have ever seen. And I completely agree with them. You had Argentina, going up 2-0, and you're like, okay, this game's pretty much over. And then in a matter of like a minute and 50 seconds or 40 something seconds, Mbappe by himself ties this game up 2-2. It goes into extras. Argentina goes back, scores, and then once again, Mbappe, boom, another goal by penalty, and they tie it up and go to penalty kicks. Once I saw it was going to penalty kicks, I knew it was pretty much over. France was way too weak. They didn't have any of their best guys out there, and the guys they had there, like, I don't want to say they got nervous, but I feel like the moment was too big for them. And that's it. I think Mbappe did what he had to do. Go out there. He was the first one. He made it. He, started off, but then after that, like, you can just tell that moment was way too big for those guys. They took out their second best player, like, midway through the game, which I don't know why they did that. It didn't make sense. So I just felt like once it went into penalties, like, that was it. Argentina was gonna win it, and now we're gonna have to hear the Argentinians' mouth for 4 more years, and God bless us all because it's gonna be never ending.
Wait, so I asked my wife who my mother-in-law was rooting for, and she said France, and I said, well, I just wanted to know why. She was like, those Argentinians are so cocky.
I mean, you've seen now like how rowdy, and now all of a sudden, all the Argentinians are coming from underneath the grounds with their jerseys and Messi this, Messi that. We're world champions. Now
Can I bring up something though? How exciting was that? You go to penalty kicks, right? Now, how does my NFL thing look now, huh?
Yeah.
How exciting was that? You go to the fucking NFL kickers and then the sack race, and we're all good to go. No more time.
Who was it that
No
copied?
more
Who
ties.
was it that copied your idea, except for the potato sack race?
Yeah, I'm just saying though, right? Am I right?
No, but remember somebody stole your idea after you spoke
Oh yeah,
about
but
it on here?
yeah. It was on. Yeah, I forget who it was though.
It's like 2 weeks later.
But it was a professional who said they should just start doing kicking. Exactly.
Yeah.
Just kick off. So you'll be missed, and that's it.
I think that'd be great. At least like for like so games don't end in ties. Like for
And
after OT.
by the way, no lineman either. You got one guy hiking the ball, right? You got one guy catching it to place it, the kicker, and then you get one big ass linebacker coming full speed at you. That's it. That's it.
I like it. I'm with you.
Don't mind that.
I'm telling you, I got ideas for days. For days.
So yeah, I mean, you guys have seen it. Boss, you sent us that photo of what they did with Mbappe.
Oh my God.
Like the
On
Argentinians over there celebrating.
on the coffin.
Yeah, on the coffin.
On the
Like,
casket.
what's the point of that? The man has done nothing to you. The man almost beat you guys by his damn self. Y'all should be lucky enough that he got him that far. So
And when's the last time
That
someone
was
scored that many goals by himself in a World Cup game?
that
Gotta be-
was the hat trick. I think there was only one other person that's done it in the finals.
Ever?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, that's bullshit. How can you pick on the guy after doing that? It's like
No,
ever
you
to
should-
do that.
It's incredible what he did.
Yeah, no, yeah.
He has
No,
12
he, like-
goals in 14 World Cup games.
Wow,
And he's what, 26? That's impressive.
that is.
That was the
I
other
like
thing.
being
That's
able
what I want to ask you. Is French on the young is French? Is France is the France team on the younger side? Like I like the United States coming into the World Cup, they were the third youngest team. So and then there's all this promise around it. Now, does France have that same type thing, or are they a little bit older
They're
as a
on the
team?
younger side. No. They're not like who would be on the older side? Like Poland, you're what? Netherlands, like yeah, France is on the younger side of this. So they're gonna be good. They're gonna be, and imagine they still didn't have like four of their top guys be able to show up because of injuries. Because again, no one thought the World Cup was gonna be in November, December. It's normally during the summer months. So they're able to rest during like all the Champions League and all this other stuff. But
Right.
when it's happening throughout the season, you never know what's gonna happen.
So all right. So now that they've done this entire event with no alcohol, what was the impressions of that? Like, are fan? Because I haven't heard any. Are the fans like, oh, that wasn't so bad? Obviously, from a security standpoint, it's a whole lot easier to deal with. But do you think that this could potentially catch on? Not for the next World Cup, because that's right here. And
Here, Mexico,
The more booze,
maybe
the better.
Canada. Maybe Canada
Yeah,
might
maybe
not do anything. But us in Mexico, no,
Oh,
forget
no,
about
no.
it.
Yeah.
Americans' excuse is going to be we have to drink to watch this sport. We
Yeah.
better be pumping out that alcohol.
Hey, it's when was the last time it was in the United States? So we got to drink.
Exactly, we gotta drink. It might turn a few people too.
Yeah,
Get them real drunk, bring them to a World Cup. And
Oh, yeah.
greatest sport ever. You never know.
Now what?
Greatest sport in the history of our lives.
I did see a video that FIFA needs to figure out, because so normally it's 36 teams and there's 4 teams per group. Well, now with this next one, it's going to be 48 teams. So they can't do 4 teams per group for it to be equal. So what they were thinking about doing was 3 teams for each group. Now the issue with that is that if you have three teams, sorry, all right, I'll backtrack. For this year, let's say for example, when it's four teams, what they do is everyone plays three games, right? So round robin. The last games are played simultaneously, so that one team can't collude with the other and be like, oh, we're gonna win, or oh look, they already lost, so we don't have to win or whatever. Or oh look, they tied, so if this team that really sucks, if we let them win and they advance, it's gonna be an easier like play. So they do it so that there's none of that colluding.
Right.
So now with this three-team group stage thing, that doesn't happen because you don't have another team to be able to do that. So that might get a little tricky, and
That's interesting.
FIFA needs to figure that out because we already know how corrupt they can be.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So only reason Qatar got a World Cup.
Yeah, money, 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 money. Well, speaking of money, let's transition over to baseball. Aaron Judge named the 16. We talked about this right before he signed. We were thinking that this could be a potential great move by the Yankees. Class. He, as a player, he did what he needed to do. Take less money. His legacy was more important than the cash. So they did right by him. Yeah, Jeter in there, pomp and circumstance there. So
Named him
Aaron
captain.
Judge.
That's the big part too. Named him captain.
Oh yes, yep.
Captain Judge.
It was like the passing of the baton.
Yep.
So big Yankee fans here. And these two. Timmy, we talked about it a few weeks ago. Now what does it mean? Besides the fact that now you can buy a jersey and not have to worry about anything going on.
That's true. I can buy my Judge shirt now, not cry when he leaves. I was never worried. Even Judge said it in his heart. He knew, but you have as a free agent once in your lifetime, you got to see what's out there. You got to test those waters. You got to see how desperate some teams are. When he knew it, and I love the story he told that Hal called him up at like 3 a.m. I was like, let's just fucking do this.
Yeah.
No agent. Let's just get this done now. And they got it done. I love it. He had to do it. Steinbrenner had to sign Judge, or there would have been an exodus of Yankee fans. They would have been absolutely bullshit crazy. After a record-breaking year like he had, it had to be done. And I like Judge. I like my off-the-field guys not to be complete lunatics. And he's worthy of the C. Even though Thurman Munson was a lunatic, but that's besides the point. He's worthy of the C, so that's what I'm most excited about too. He's a good dude.
Yeah, for sure. And then part of the press conference was that I think it was Hal that said, I don't consider you a free agent.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. So Dave, aside from now, I mean, Judge is locked up as Yankee for life, Monument Park, assuming all goes well. Jersey
crossed.
Retired, right? Of course, with anybody. But so now you got that captain for what? How long was his contract? 13, 10? Okay, I'm getting all these confused.
Judge?
11? Yeah, 12.
No, it wasn't him. Well, no, it was
Wasn't it 8?
10,
8 or 9. It wasn't.
Eight,
It wasn't
yeah.
double
9?
digits.
Yeah, I think it was
9.
8. I'll tell you right
Okay.
All
These big contract years. Like,
now. Well,
No,
yeah,
it was 8 or 9. They didn't go to double digits.
I think it was 9 because the Giants
Nine,
were
yeah.
going to go to 10. Yeah,
9 years.
That's what it was. The sad Francisco Giants. All right, so he's there.
I got something to say
for
about
the
them
next 9
too.
years. I can't wait. I can't wait for that. So that's your Yankee cat. That's who's going to be leading this team. Are you confident? Go forward, Dave. I know you got your other boy out there. I mean, these guys can mash. But are you confident? That Judge can be that captain going forward.
I think so. I mean, pretty much everyone during the
by a flag.
postseason said, everyone during the postseason kind of confirmed we're gonna he's our guy. We're gonna follow him. He's our leader. So I think that was the right step for them. I'm pretty sure it was also like a something that they guarantee. Like, hey, you sign with us, you're captain. This is your team. Like, do as you please. Like, you're gonna follow in those footsteps of everyone else. So I think, yeah, this was the right step, and let's see what he
Big
does.
shoes to fill with going from Jeter to Judge. All right, let's get into.
So do we call him the captain now, or like he's the captain now? But do we
But
call
it's
him
got to
that,
have a
or-
different. It's got to have a different ring to it, right?
He's the capitan.
It's all the captain because
He's
well,
still
I
All
guess-
Rise. I still call him All Rise.
All Rise.
All Rise.
Yeah,
Maybe like
captain.
Lieutenant Colonel, something like that. I don't know. Something weird like that.
Somebody's gonna come up with something good, and it's gonna be on shirts and stuff.
Call him Colonel or something like that. I don't know if he's going to be captain, so we'll see.
All right. So, and then the other team in the city, with a lot of shenanigans going on with Mr. Correa. But did you hear today what the concern was from the Giants? I think it's all total bullshit. I think
panicked.
Correa was. I don't even know what. Did you see what the concern was? The concern was an ankle injury from 2014.
So
Yeah.
I kept hearing. So I heard someone say back, and then I saw someone say like knees and like lower legs.
It's all pre-World Series Astros anyway, so it doesn't make a difference what it was. It's years ago.
The one that I
It's
saw,
almost a
years ago.
decade ago.
the one that I saw, the video that I saw that was talking about like his knees and like ankles, was comparing like from World Series to like last year Minnesota, where he hasn't really changed his stance, where it might eventually like mess up his knees really bad the way he's throwing.
Oh, you mean when he's got his feet
Yeah.
yeah. If that's a concern, then the Mets will address it. But for you to say I'm not signing, I'm no longer like the big thing that popped up was an injury from almost 9 years ago. So that that day started out weird. They started talking about how the press conference was going to be canceled or postponed. And then, as the agent now is saying, Scott Boras, they were in the hotel room waiting to get for the next day. Then the Giants said, "Hey, we're going to move this, and this is our concern." And so then it became he's a free agent again. Boras reached out to 3 teams, and when he called Cohen, he said it's what Correa miss for you, Correa miss instead of Christmas. And Cohen said, "Hell yeah, I'm still interested. Let me call my people." He went back to general manager and baseball people, and they went back and got him for less money than what the Giants signed him for. So now he's going to play third base, and it happened overnight. And I don't know what to make of it. Besides the fact that Correa, I really feel that all it needed to be done was one little movement on the San Francisco Giants part, and Correa was like, "Get me out." That's my feeling on it. But maybe I'm too close to the situation. Timmy, what are your thoughts on this whole?
I agree. I think
Crazy
the Giants
shit.
looked stupid after the Judge, especially after that one asshole announced that they already signed him and they didn't.
Heyman.
Yeah, I think they kind of panicked and just gave the guy too much money, too many years for a guy they probably really didn't want, but they just wanted to make a splash after Judge, disappeared on them. And yeah, I think it's the same thing. They panicked. They looked for anything to get him out of the contract. They found one thing from 10 years ago. Said, "Oh no, can't do it. Sorry, not going to do it." And that's the end of it. Idiots. Yeah. And I love the memes going around saying, "Oh, they had Judge for 7 days. They had this. They never had."
Combined.
I have to quote fucking Vin Diesel now. You never had Judge. You never had him. You had him for 1 minute. It never happened. So stop saying you had him for 7 minutes. No, you didn't.
Heyman.
You didn't have him.
Heyman's like the Newman of Twitter right now. Heyman.
Yeah.
According to him, they had him for 7 minutes.
No, they didn't have him for 7 minutes. Never. Even Judge
And they
said
had him, and then he's like, "Wait, no, never mind." 7 minutes later.
Yeah, according to some idiot, some hack, they had him for 7 minutes.
And
I love how the Giants are. I just read an article how the fans are not coming out this year. The fans are pissed. First of all, they said the worst thing you can say to any other sports fan. It's been 10 years since our last championship. That's so long ago, dude.
Oh
how many fucking teams out there would love to have a 10-year drought? Just a 10-year drought, exactly. And they're all like, oh, crying like bitches. And I'm like, really? And they're like, oh yeah, Correa wasn't doing anything for your team this year. You have
And what
zero
was it,
pitching.
3 and 5 years?
Yeah, but
With
look at
Yeah,
him,
that's
then he
why
won.
they had a lot where it was like they wouldn't win, they'd win, they wouldn't
They
win,
got
they'd
like
win, they'd
that's what I'm
win, they'd win.
saying. It's ballsy.
Yeah.
They won
They were like the
3 out of 5
Spurs.
years.
They were
Yeah,
like the Spurs.
it was either them or the fucking Cardinals back and forth. Cardinals, for like that whole decade. And first of all, Judge also probably said they're not one guy away from winning.
Right.
They need a rotation. They need the
They
rest
just
of
lost
an
their
outfield.
ace.
Yeah,
They
they're
just lost
horrible.
Rodon to you guys.
They're horrible. So that's why we're with one guy away. No, you're
way.
13 guys away from being a contender. So don't act like Correa or Judge was your savior because it wasn't going to happen.
Their big signing now is Mitch Haniger.
Yes,
And they
love it.
So I look, as soon as I was like, what? I woke up. My mom never sleeps, so I guess that's where I get it from. But I woke up and I see these like ESPN and all this stuff, and then I see my mom, and I'm like, what the hell's going on right now? Mets signed Correa. I'm like, what? He's a giant. What's happening right now? I'm trying to wipe the gravel out of my eyes, and then I hear what it is. I'm like, all right, well, let's wait to see what the Mets do their due diligence, and if he passes the physical, give him the third base. You got Correa, Lindor, the batting champion McNeil, and Pete Alonso at first. And then this is another thing that Cohen doesn't give a shit. He trades. So James McCann, I always say Brian, the old guy, James McCann. The Mets signed him because they didn't want to make too big of a splash in Cohen's first year and get JT Realmuto. So they signed him for 4 years, $43 million, something like that. He's been terrible, awful, can't hit, nothing. Great catcher, great guy, charities and all that. But last night he trades him to Baltimore for nobody, literally a player, the player to be named later, and he's paying 19 of the 24 remaining $1 million. That's why when like Met fans are like, oh well, what about this being this kind of a contract? Cohen doesn't give it. He doesn't care. He let Cano go. That was what, $26 million. So in the last 2 years, he's let 2 players go and paid 26 and 19, 45 of $51 million.
You guys just like paying these players for no reason.
No, that's not true.
Yes, I'm sorry. Isn't there a certain day to a certain player that is infamous that you guys are still paying?
By Bonilla?
Yeah.
But all teams do that. Chris Davis is getting paid until like 2043. He has the longest hitless streak. He was 0 for 71, getting paid $35 million.
Cohen should buy out Bonilla to end that madness.
I think he's gonna make it into like this Bobby Bonilla day. Have him out there.
About,
yeah.
It's the only thing the Mets have had until this past season.
Yeah.
If I'm the billionaire, I'm like, fuck this guy and his every year Bobby Bonilla. I'm buying him out. I'm buying him out now. I'm getting rid of him. I'm tired of him. And
by the way, the Mets are not the only team paying him. He's also getting the Orioles are also paying him, so he's getting money from his agent. Man, his agent. This was back in the 90s.
Genius.
All right.
So what are you guys gonna do? If I'm not even gonna say the whole thing. You guys don't win the division.
If we don't win the division,
yeah,
then we'll be in the wild card and win the World Series that way.
We'll see. I just think it's funny how we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Like, you're like, oh, there's no way. What is he gonna do? Go play third? And I'm like, yeah, why not? A-Rod and Jeter did it.
No. I just didn't think that he was gonna go to a $380 million payroll. And by the way, the smaller market teams that are complaining, the luxury tax money goes to you guys. So
it's the Cohen tax now. They're calling it.
It's the Cohen tax. Yeah. And it gets evenly dispersed to the smaller market teams. So like the Marlins will benefit from Steve Cohen, so that's okay. But remember, the Marlins also got in trouble for not spending the money. back then. The tax. Here's the money to help you. Cool. We'll just say on that.
It's all right. It can stay there. We don't need it.
We're gonna build another aquarium. Yeah.
Build another.
All right, we got to jump into football
statue.
We got to jump. Oh my god.
Oh, good.
Now
first game of the
that thing's
season.
in storage now.
No, it's on the outside of the stadium now. Before
They had put it in some storage.
Yeah.
As they were taking them down, rebuild.
Now they have it on the outside of the left field of the stadium.
Opening day, 2023.
I was gonna
New
say,
York Mets.
Marlins.
And it's a 4-game series with no chance of a rainout. Wow.
They have had one.
Yeah, idiots. Fucking dome rainout. All right, let's get into the football because now we spent a lot of time on other stuff. Crazy shenanigans galore last week in football. I don't have the words like the Raiders. How does a Bill Belichick team?
But can I say? I want to say something to you, Dave.
Yeah,
I want to say something to you, Dave. Because you're always the one who's saying they should have went for this, they should have tried that. That's why you don't do that shit. That's why you don't pull those shenanigans.
1 week.
No, it's happened plenty of times. Every time it happens, every week someone tries something stupid and it comes back and bites.
Well, I never said, hey, let's do on an entire game. Let's go ahead and start, fucking lateraling back the ball.
Just saying, sometimes you just gotta like suck it up and be like, all right, let's just regroup.
You're right. Dave. Just because you never know that whatever person's on your team is going to be an idiot and like,
he
just throw it 15 yards back.
He threw it directly to the guy, and then Mac Jones got mushed. It was the funniest thing I ever saw in my life. It looked like I'm a grown man mushing a child, and he went right down like it was nothing. It was the best thing I think I've ever seen in my life.
He looked like he was trying to take a charge. He thought it was basketball.
Unbelievable.
That one got me a dub, so I was happy about that.
All right, there was a lot of nonsense that went down. Colts and Vikings, for sure. Like,
I'm sure you were happy about your cousin there.
I'm not a Kirk Cousins fan. I'm not a Vikings fan.
Stop denying you love the Cousins.
Well, Cousins is going down this week.
We'll see. Let's see if Daniel Jones can do what Eli Manning can never do.
That's what I wanted to say. Are you nauseated now by all the good things that are being said about Daniel Jones in the national media? Are you okay?
That he's not losing a game for us? Congratulations.
Nauseous. Last couple of games.
I would like to see what he was going to do without Saquon.
30 passing attempts the last two each of the last two games. Dayball, that's how you quarterback. That's how you do it.
Okay. Eric, Jalen Hurts isn't playing this week. It's Gardner Minshew. So, yeah, I'm going with the Cowboys this week. just so you know.
We do have to get to our picks. Because,
so wait, are you going to say last week?
Oh, yes.
Horrible.
Did I send that?
Horrible
you can look at my emails.
Horrible week.
Me and Dave tied 13-3.
I had a horrible week.
Damn, I should have gone with the Giants.
Timmy, you were 11-5.
Was I?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what I was looking at then. I must have forgot all my picks. I'm like, okay.
Wait, I had Tim, the ones that you
Giants, and what was the other? There was another game that I went rogue on.
For you, you missed out on the Rams. Cowboys,
we all
Cardinals,
lost the Cowboys,
Commanders. Yeah. That's what you did. Timmy, you Ravens, Falcons, Cowboys, Cardinals, and Patriots.
Fucking Raiders. The Raiders.
And me, if I would have just went with the Lions.
Yeah, baby.
That's it. The end of the rooting for the Lions. You can't root for the Lions anymore.
Seventh seed, baby. We're gonna be sixth. They're gonna be seventh.
Because there are these clinching scenarios now, and the Giants. Since when was the last time we talked about a playoff clinching scenario for the Giants? Let me
2012, 13, maybe 11. There's like one of those. If 3 teams lose, 1 team wins. The moon lines up with Pluto.
No,
You know, that kind of thing.
there's a few that have or.
Yeah.
The Giants have 3. They win against the Vikings, Commanders lose, and Lions lose. That's 1. They can win and have the Vikings. They can win against the Vikings, Commanders, and Seahawks lose. That's gonna happen. I feel like that's happening already because it's Commanders and 49ers, Seahawks and Chiefs. And then, or the last one is Giants win against the Vikings and Lions and Seahawks loss. So I get 2 out of those 3 teams lose, and the Giants win and they clinch the playoff spot.
Can we talk about that Giants game real quick?
Yes, please.
I've been holding in this.
Oh my
rant.
God! Yes,
I've been holding this in. All right,
it's annoying today.
First of all, I'm gonna come flat out and say it, so no one jumps on me for being a homer. Yes, it was pass interference. Absolutely, it was. I'm not gonna sit here and say no, it wasn't. It was perfect. No, it was pass interference. But you know what? It's about goddamn time we got one of those calls because we never get any of those calls. But that's my problem with this though is after the game, Collinsworth. I don't know who the other 2 idiots are. Their referee guy and the other guy who he sits with. Are sitting around and talking about nothing but that penalty. If it's a pass interference in the first quarter, it's pass interference in the fourth quarter. It should always be called. It was definitely. I said, okay, fine, But then Collinsworth talks to their expert referee guy and says, "What about the call on McLaren? Would you have called that? No, I wouldn't have called that. What do you mean you wouldn't have? You just got done talking about a penalty. Because if it's a penalty in the first quarter, it's a penalty in the fourth quarter. He wouldn't have called the illegal formation on him. Why? Well, because that was really what? No. You just contradicted yourself, you fat-headed moron.
I don't know why him, Aikman, and Buck are still calling games.
No, that wasn't even Collinsworth. That was the expert. Oh, I never would have called that because he checked with the referee, and the referee told him to move up. He didn't move up enough. Not my problem. Not our problem. Sorry,
and if that were the case, and you were what's his name? Wouldn't you go to the referee, get all up in his face afterwards?
After the game, he said, "I asked twice." Okay, but did you move twice? No, you didn't. You moved once.
Why are you asking an impartial referee? Am I standing in the right spot? Well,
because they always point to the ref, and the ref gives them a little nod. But if it happened twice, that's your fault.
How long have you been playing football for? Get up, get to where you're supposed to be. Get to the line. I
said it pissed me off so much because I was trying not to scream because everyone was sleeping in the house that late. But I'm like, we never get those calls ever. How many times have we had to watch the last 3 years? 3rd and 19, fucking penalty.
The Redskins last year.
It's like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
On the field goal, offsides on the field goal.
Never get those calls. We finally got a call. And it's the end of the world for fucking Chris Collinsworth and his idiot friends. And oh yeah, I definitely would have called the pass interference, but I would not have called the illegal formation. What do you mean? A penalty's a penalty. How are you not calling one and not calling the other? You fat-headed moron. Okay, I'm done.
But even to today, they're still talking about how that was a bogus call because he checked with the referee. In my mind, okay, you check with the referee, but does the referee have to say
the ref said move up? He did not move up enough. It's not the referee's job to say, whoa, Terry, you got to hold your hand. 5 more feet. Let me help you to the line of scrimmage, pal. No, that's not his job. They tell the guy once, you're good or you're not good. They don't tell you move left, move right, move up. They tell you you're good or you're not good. Anything other than that is cheating.
Yeah.
Shut your mouths. Give us one for Christ's sake. I'm done.
That was well done. Well said.
I'm done.
All right, let's get to these games this week. Yes, Mrs. Zant, Jalen Hurts is out.
Jalen Hurts is hurts.
Finito. They only need to win one of the next 3 games to clinch the 1 seed. So, all right, let's get to it. World famous, fast paced.
Wait, so what are the records now?
Oh, the overall.
Yes, I need to know how much further I am from Mr. Zant now after the last 3 weeks.
You've moved up several spots. You passed Kyle. Passed Keith, I think, too. So you are now 8 games out of first.
Damn,
you are
still
13. You're 13 up on Mrs. Ant.
I'll take that at least.
Timmy,
we got to knock Ed off, so it'll be the three of us at the top at the end of the year.
yeah, that's what deserves to happen. Tim, you're 4 out, and 4 Joe 6. So that's what.
What's Ed?
Ed's number
4.
one. Right?
He tied with no.
You're first.
I took over last week or 2 weeks ago. Tim and Ed are tied, and then it's Joe and Dave.
So they both had 4.
Yeah.
All right, got a lot of work to do this week again.
Let's see what we got here. Let's see. All right. Jets. Jags at the Jets. I just picked up the Jags defense right before the show started for my championship game. I see it's pouring rain. It's going to be pouring for all 3 hours. Winds swirling. The over-under on this game is 37 now. Probably want to go on the under on that. But Jags at the Jets. The Jets are a 2.5-point favorite here.
Interesting.
And was it me and you, Timmy, a while back that we thought, the Jets for the most part were figuring it out, and then we thought that they had potentially figured out at quarterback.
No.
And now
they're never going to figure that out.
Never again. Never.
Flash Gordon. They need Flash
Flash
Gordon.
Gordon.
That's it. He's all he got. I'm going to roll with the Jags. I think they're hot right now, man. They're hot.
Frauds.
I think the Jets' D is starting to be a little bit of a fraud. That team is supposed to be a lot better than they've been playing. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Jags. They're rolling right now.
Dave.
Ooh, isn't there a fraud on that team? I don't know. I could have sworn.
Big fraud.
There was
Big fraud that beat the bigger fraud.
Sheesh.
That was Cowboys.
I'm going Jags here as well. They, man, that game last week. Go Trevor Lawrence, man, because
What a great game.
He's come in the last few weeks, like he's been dominant. I think they've said like since the bye, he's been like one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So
he's been incredible. Not making many mistakes.
Smart.
And imagine next season he's gonna get Calvin Ridley.
Oh yeah.
So that team is just gonna get better.
Calvin Ridley and they're still gonna have these other two guys. And
exactly.
Yeah.
They're gonna be stacked, and they're gonna have an okay tight end.
And they got ETN at running back.
Got a tight end who had two great weeks in a row.
Back to back.
Son of a bitch.
Has he been hurt at all this year? No, right?
No, I don't think he has either.
He's played every goddamn snap.
Every goddamn game. Having career games all of a sudden.
But how many balls has he dropped? That's the question. Because that was my biggest thing with him. He could show up, but like, catch the ball, man. How many of those that were put in his hand? It's like, oh god, I should have had that popcorn before going out there.
Way too many. And you blame Daniel Jones for those drops. See, that's the whole point.
Blame him. Not those drops.
not those. Everybody else. All right. Next up, we got Saints at the Browns. Cleveland is a 3-point favorite here. Man, does their quarterback suck, or does their quarterback suck?
Are you talking about the Saints?
Sucks.
No, I'm talking about the Browns.
Because I know the Browns got a win last week.
Also, yeah. Oh.
The quarterback got a dub.
I'm going to go Browns at home. I think
I'm going to do the same thing because they're at home. This is Dave's opportunity. He's like thinking, is there a chance that the Saints can win on the road?
Yeah, give me the Saints.
Yep.
Saints have 5 quarterbacks. None of them are good. None of them.
The quarterback is their best tight end.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, next up, the Lions head to Carolina to play the Panthers. We need the Panthers to win, guys, but Detroit is a 2.5-point favorite. See, look at it, wackadoo season where the Lions are favored on the road.
And I'm going.
Timmy going with the Lions again?
I'm going with those Lions again. So is Dave. He's got the color on. I see the color shirt he's wearing. He's going Lions.
But that could also be Carolina.
That Carolina's a little darker. A little
darker. Yeah, kind of. Funny enough, I guess it's the lighting. It's actually like a dolphin green.
It's a light in there.
It's gotta be.
It looks blue.
All right.
I am going Lions though.
We're officially colorblind.
No,
of the
that looks Jared.
Lions.
That looks like a Jared Goff shirt. It looks like no Miami Dolphin shirt.
I'm gonna go with the Lions also, but that's with the head, not the heart. Let's go Panthers.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard the Lions bandwagon, everybody.
All right, next up, the New York Football Giants head to Minnesota to play the Vikings. Vikings 4.5-point favorites. Excuse me. The interesting matchup because the Vikings are 10-0 in one-score games, and the Giants are 8-2 in one-score. I guess 8-2-1. I guess that's considered less than a one-score game, a tie. So both teams very good in one-score games. If you're looking at it from just the standpoint of skill position players, the Vikings should be routing everybody. But just it doesn't work that way. The defense has been terrible. So that's where I'm kind of hoping that Saquon can set the tone, and then Daniel Jones can do his thing. So I am going his thing is winning football games.
Oh, now the quarterback wins the games, right?
Helping. I said Saquon set the tone. Don't pick and choose what you hear out of this microphone. Saquon sets the tone, then Jones does his. The defense got to do their thing. And holy shit, when you talk about defense, talk about the best player that was on the field on Sunday night. Who was it?
Thibodeau.
The monster. And he's getting huge recognition on the national shows. Because they were saying the Giants need a pass rush, and he was all over the damn place, posing for the camera on that one. I loved it. But let's continue on. I have the Giants going into Minnesota and doing damage because I saw what the Colts did last week, and the Giants are better than the Colts. No, I feel like if we can get a lead, you can maintain it. Giants defense is better than the Vikings defense. So let's go Giants. Timmy?
Fuck. I gotta go with my head, not my heart, right? I'm gonna have to go Vikings at home.
Dave?
It hurts, and I don't mind if I'm wrong, but I'm just saying I gotta go with my head.
I know.
Oh man.
His two favorite quarterbacks in the league.
Right. I mean, there's a gentleman I need to do well on one of these teams for fantasy. Really well. And I don't like both quarterbacks. And you know what? Eli Manning couldn't do it. He would get wrecked by this team every single time. And Daniel Jones sure as hell can't do it. So I'm going Vikings.
All right.
Take this 4.5. Put some, if you want to, put some more on it. Put like -8.
Giants plus 4.5, baby. Giants plus 4.5. Next up, Bengals at the Patriots. I got the Bengals in this one. I think they're head and shoulders.
Yeah, Bengals too. I had the Bengals too, but damn, I really wish this wasn't the matchup this week for Joe Burrow.
I'm going Bengals definitely, without a doubt.
Dave Mulling.
No, I said Bengals.
Oh!
I just wish they weren't going up against the Patriots because I need Burrow to.
He's gonna do it.
Ball out.
He's still gonna do it. Burrow has. I'm not in. Actually, I do have Burrow in the league. Our championship against you, Rodriguez, coming for you. He had Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a starting quarterback.
Oh, that's a tough break.
He's also an auto drafter who does not deserve it.
I need the Jags to with that weather. Give me 3 fumbles, score a couple touchdowns. All right, next up, Texans at the Titans. T&T. I don't understand this.
Oh my God, Vegas! What are you doing?
They know, but they know. They know.
Because
they had the Lions favored against the Vikings, and I was like, no, and bet money on that, and it didn't work out. So this, I don't know.
Because the Titans are the Titan. You don't know what you're getting with them from week to week. You just don't.
Well,
But-
and then what's his name is still kind of hurt. He wasn't guaranteed to play. Tannehill.
I
still don't see it. I mean, the Texans have been playing teams tighter the last few weeks, but I don't know if that's like the Chiefs getting bored and that kind of stuff.
I'm gonna go with the Titans at home.
I'm going with Titans too.
Titans.
I can't. Titans.
Titans blue.
There you go. All right, next up, Seahawks at the Chiefs. Pro Bowler Geno Smith.
10
heads.
Wow.
And it's a 10-point spread. I'm going with the Chiefs.
Imagine if he was our quarterback still.
Shut up.
We'd be 0-9 or 10 or whatever right now.
Would
Probably.
not be 0-10.
We'd have no wins.
Dayball would not be screaming at him. That's how you play quarterback.
Yeah, because he would know already. He'd give him a pat on the butt. Like, good job. That's exactly. I don't gotta coach you.
Smith is known for all 9 years he's been in the league how to play quarterback. He's
like, I don't gotta coach you. I don't have to worry about you throwing a pick with like 2 seconds left on the clock. So you're good.
Didn't he throw like 3 picks?
He
like
did.
2
He
weeks
threw
ago.
3 picks.
It's the Seahawks. It's not the same thing.
He's a pick machine.
They have Pete Carroll as quarterback. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Next
You don't run the ball with Marshawn Lynch.
I think you learned from that. Bills at the Bears here. Easy peasy. Bills
minus 12 degrees.
Bills.
Kickoff.
Ridiculous.
Minus 12 degrees. I am going Bills.
Thank goodness I am not in Chicago this weekend, and it was because it was like 7 there now. Stupid stuff there.
Sheesh.
All right, Dave, you said Bills, right?
Bills, yeah. Then you got Chiefs last one, right?
I got Chiefs, yeah. All right, Falcons at the Ravens. Baltimore 6-point favorite here. Lamar's still up in the air. If they announce that Lamar's playing, this is gonna go up to like 8.5, 9, 9.5 maybe.
Yeah, they screwed me last week. Stupid Ravens.
Oh yeah, they did. I got the Ravens. This is a Saturday game. Yeah. Remember all the Saturday games, guys.
I love Ravens.
Everybody out there.
So you're all over the place now with these, right?
Oh, you mean the order?
Yeah, because normally you do like
my bad.
Saturday, Sunday morning, Sunday night.
No, you know what happened was the site that I typically pull all the information from, they redid it. They redid the site, and now I can't just easily pull it. So I went in order of ESPN, and that was all out of whack. So my bad. Ravens. Triple. Or are you going with another bird, Dave?
I don't think they have enough to beat the Ravens. I would pick the Ravens, yeah.
All right. Next up, a game we need the 49ers to win. I think they do it nice and handily over the Commanders. I got the 49ers. You guys?
Same.
Yep.
Oh, in my world, we just clinched. Okay? My world. The Giants are clinched. They're in the playoff spot.
If your picks, sure, yeah. So
That's
why I don't mind being wrong. I don't mind being wrong. I don't mind. I'll be perfectly happy with that.
If the boss goes 14-0, or what is it, 16-0?
Yes.
I'm good. I'm fine. I already won one year. I'm good.
Yeah, it's a couple years ago. All right, Eagles, Cowboys. I don't know. No, this is I just pulled these right before we started the show, so it is 4.5. I guess even with Minshew Mania going, but I'm going to go with the Cowboys here. I know that they have some injuries on defense. Man, and as I do this, I'm like almost going to talk myself out. Going back to the Eagles.
Do it.
Dak just looks awful. He's the worst quarterback in the league over the last 4 games. Interception after interception. Obviously, the big game-losing walk-off interception against the Jags, which was huge. Minshew Mania was always really hyped up in Jacksonville.
Well,
No, I'm gonna go with Cowboys.
I hate to stick up for Dak, but that really wasn't his fault. It was off the guy's hands.
That's fine. It's his fault.
I still hate him. Don't worry about it.
Dak sucks, man. He's not. He's what, nine interceptions in 3 games or something like that.
Yeah, he's Romo part 2.
I like it.
Romo didn't throw that many picks.
And and now the owner's like, oh, he played. I thought he played great, phenomenal.
I don't know.
What are you gonna do, Dave?
They still got a 2-headed running back.
1.5. Zeke doesn't count as a full.
Of course, he counts as a fool.
Wait, he doesn't eat enough. He's full.
I gotta go. Cowboys at home. I'll take the Cowboys at home.
I feel like the Eagles are doing this on purpose because they're trying to get the Cowboys to face either the Bucks or one of these other teams. Most likely the Bucks.
Oh yeah, they're like these guys are going to be trying to position themselves to play the Bucks.
Exactly.
For sure.
I feel like the Eagles
I want
are
to play
doing
the
this
Bucks
on purpose.
First round. Are you saying the Eagles have not been very, trustworthy over the last few years?
No, what would give you that idea that they would collude so that other teams wouldn't have to play them?
And their fans, all douchebags.
Are you talking about the one in the chat? The one in the chat?
All Eagles fans. I exclude nobody.
You guys both picked them boys, right?
At home. That's why I'm going with them at home.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Mr. Zant. Let's go Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. I mean, you never know.
I do kind of want the Eagles to win.
Maybe Minshew has a Nick Foles in him that we don't know about.
Minshew was all good in Jacksonville. Yeah, he had the crowd riled up.
Got the stash, the mullet.
Losers.
Could have gone to New York.
I can't root
Hope
for
they tie. Raiders at the Steelers. Steelers are a 2.5-point favorite here. This is such a crappy game. I don't know. Timmy, you go first on this.
It's actually a hard game to pick when you think about
it. Which is stupid. Talent-wise, the Raiders
should wipe the floor with them. I know.
Yeah, it never happens.
Fuck. I don't know. Steelers at home.
Steelers at home, and Mrs. Ant professing his love.
The Raiders winning 2 in a row is very, very unlikely.
Dave?
Yeah, let's go Steelers. Can never trust the Raiders. I'm surprised, honestly, they won. I mean, they won by a fluke.
Once in a lifetime situation.
Everyone gets one.
Unbelievable. Packers at the Dolphins down here. I think it's a Sunday game, Christmas, and it's going to be like 60 degrees.
It's going to be beautiful.
Beautiful. Dolphins are a 4-point favorite here. Tua's had running into some luck that is not so good in his last 3 games. So that's what's going on with Tua. And so I give, I know it's been a bumpy road. We talked about this last week. Been a bumpy road for the Packers so far, but I think Aaron Rodgers come down here and win this game. I can also see a scenario where the Dolphins just blow them out because they can't cover the receivers. But I think that the Packers, if they do what they're doing now, which is running the ball very efficiently and keeping the Dolphins almost like the game plan that you needed to have against the Chiefs, over the last few years with Tyreek Hill, I think that the Packers can win. I'm going to go with the Packers. Dave?
Going with the Pack.
I don't like this game either.
I don't either. Because I feel like the Packers have been playing better as of late, but the Dolphins aren't absolutely awful, and I don't think the Packers' defense is that great either to stop these guys. So I'm going to say I'm gonna go Dolphins.
Dolphins.
You're welcome, Miami. Merry Christmas.
Give me the Packers of Green Bay.
Wow, I want to hear this one because normally it's the home team when I'm not sure.
I'm going to say it. I don't think the Dolphins are good. I think they have the pieces to get there, but there's something. I think their coach is a major problem. I hate that fucking guy. I can't stand looking at him.
He's so annoying.
He should be a barista in a Starbucks, not coaching an NFL team. So I don't like his philosophy. I don't like the way he coaches. I'm gonna go Packers.
All right, he's very annoying.
He should be cutting hair in the village over here, up here. Women's hair too, not even men's.
Broncos at the Rams.
Oh my god, what another shit game!
Well, this was to be a prime matchup of Super Bowl champion and the Russell Wilson led Broncos, and both teams suck.
Wilson's still out, or is he coming back this week?
I think he might be coming back this week. If you remember, when Wilson was out, I picked the Broncos and I was successful there. But I don't see anything about the Rams that like that.
No, not one thing.
No, not even one.
Not one. There's one thing on that team.
What's the one thing on the team?
Cam Akers.
Cam Akers?
No.
Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp is out.
Exactly. You know, poor Baker can't get more than
half
a second to throw to a bunch of bums.
Oh my god!
A bunch of bums that can't catch the ball or get open.
Right. Broncos ride.
Are you talking about the Giants wide receivers or the Rams wide receivers?
No, I mean, why would I talk about the Giants wide receivers when you have, a vet like Slayton? You have a promising rookie like Richie James, a boss tight end like Bellinger.
You don't even believe that. You don't even believe what you just said there.
Richard James is not a good rookie. Bellinger has one eye.
He has one eye.
I mean, come on now.
And I'd still take him over Evan Ingram. How about that?
I would too. But I'm riding with the Broncos this week. If Russell's back,
I'm going to the Broncos also.
Rams is just terrible.
Give me.
You want the yeast.
I do want the yeast.
Want the yeast.
I want the yeast. Give me the yeast.
Yeast it up.
Come here. Give me a hug, Dave. Come here. Christmas night. This is what we get. This is what we're getting on Christmas night.
Yikes.
Bucks at the Cardinals.
We get to spend time with our family. That's what I'm hearing. Quality time.
Man. I got the Bucks. The Bucks are gonna fall ass backwards into the winning that division.
That's why I didn't switch my defense this week for the playoffs. I was like, I got the Bucks deal. I was like, you know what? They're playing the Cardinals without Kyler. I'm keeping that fucking team.
Yeah, do that. Dave, who you got?
Yeah.
The Bucks.
Bucks.
All right. And then the Monday night game. The Chargers seem to be turning it around a little bit, being able to win close games and not make the same mistakes and actually they're causing other teams to make the mistakes. They go against the Colts, who have announced a quarterback change. Matt Ryan is out, and who is it?
Ellinger?
No.
Not Ellison. It's not Berenger.
It's Nick Foles.
Is it Nick Foles?
Nick Foles. Yeah.
Are you shitting me? I was going to
Oh,
say.
wait, this is a different game now.
John Moxley or Lance Harbor or John Moxley from fucking Friday Night, whatever. I'm going Chargers. I think the Chargers are getting a little hot at the right time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Chargers.
Does anybody feel bad for Jeff Saturday?
No.
A little bit. Okay.
If they offered me that job, I would have taken it. I don't know shit about shit, but yeah, you're an NFL head coach for a couple of weeks. Done.
Definitely for a couple of weeks. This is almost done. This is almost done. Let's look real quick. Are there any teasers out here? No. Teasers. Oh, 49ers. Boom.
There's no teasers.
Right there. Boom. 49ers. Oh, you got plenty here. Come on. What are you doing?
The
You
Chiefs.
got the 49ers. You got the Chiefs. You can pull that down to like 3. Ravens. You give that a pick 'em, but I don't
Yeah,
trust
I
it
don't
enough.
even know. I don't trust them enough. There's a lot of those games I don't trust enough.
And the Bucks at the Cardinals. I don't trust. I don't trust the Bucks to beat the Cardinals. I don't. But
Really?
I mean, I'll bet them. But are you like if you put $20 down on the Bucks to beat the Cardinals, are you 100% satisfied that you're going to win that bet?
I'm about 89%.
Watching Tom Brady this year, poor Tom
Yeah,
Brady. Man.
I mean, who's he playing? It's not Colt McCoy, right?
Somebody's got to bring the Walker out there. No, it's is it going to be Colt McCoy?
No, are you sure? Because didn't he got hurt last game?
Oh, who is it? I forget. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a new kid. I just saw his name too pop up somewhere.
Yeah.
That's why
Trace.
I'm trusting Tom Brady to bow.
Is it Trace McSorley?
Yes, that's it.
That sounds like a Adam Sandler movie character, McSorley.
Oh, a hockey
all right.
player, actually.
All right. All right. So that's our world famous week 16 picks, and we have kept you past the we have a score in this game? There's no
I'll
way.
tell you right now.
Scoring. Probably more puddles than anything else. That great turf that we have there.
It was something came out right where YouTube is getting some
Yes.
NFL Network. What is it?
Fuck YouTube.
YouTube is getting the rights to NFL Sunday Ticket.
Now is it gonna be cheaper?
It's
No.
going to be a stand. I doubt it. What was the cost on DirecTV?
As long as I don't need DirecTV to buy it.
I haven't paid in a long time. That's the whole point. That's why
I
I'm
know.
mad that they're switching. I've had DirecTV
Yeah, I know.
over 20 years. If they say, we're not giving it away for free this year, okay. We wait 1 week and call, I want the goddamn package.
Yeah.
And they give it to you for free.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Dude.
Yeah, but the problem with DirecTV is that, when there's a light, drizzle outside, you lost the channel.
Hurricanes, I have not had a blink. Don't get me wrong. I've had a plane go by and the shit went out for like a month. But during Superstorm Sandy, it didn't even flinch once. Not one time
Wow.
it flinched. It's so weird.
Maybe it's a Florida thing because when I had a dish a long time ago, it was like I'd miss big chunks and if it was trying to track the signal down, it would be like.
Yeah, it's horrible.
No, you gotta make sure that the thing is tight. Then you gotta make sure they really put the fucking dish on good.
So the score is 3-3 right now.
Yeah. Heading towards the under. 37. All right. That'll do it for us this week. A lot of stuff going on in baseball. That'll die down a little bit. But let's go round robin. Any final thoughts here on this episode number 40 of Unsportsmanlike Conduct? Timmy, what you got?
Go Giants, obviously.
Hell yeah.
I don't mind if I'm wrong.
What's up, Summers?
Spot is a spot.
time.
I'll take it. And
Summers missed the Tom Brady.
Let's hope the Yankees make another deal or two because they need it. And the Mets have
They're
to
in on what's his name from the Pirates?
Yeah, Byron
Reynolds.
Hopefully they'll take Aaron Hicks for that deal.
You're trying to get rid of Hicks.
We're saving Hicks for Ohtani, man.
I can't get through another year with Aaron Hicks. I just can't do it.
We're saving him for Ohtani. Don't worry.
I open the MLB The Show every year. I put the disc in. The first thing I do is I fucking trade Aaron Hicks anywhere for anyone. It's the first thing I do before I even play the game.
It's like, who wants a bag of peanuts?
Bury him in single
Here's
A.
Aaron Hicks.
I told you what I did. I traded Stanton, Torres, Hicks, and a pitcher for fucking Mike Trout. Best deal I ever made in that game.
Timmy's the executive of the year.
That's
So
right.
wait, Timmy, if you could only pick one to trade for, Trout or Ohtani, who you getting?
I mean, I guess I'll go with Tony because he plays both and he's younger. But
Yeah.
and Trout's been a little more injury prone lately. But still, Trout could be out fucking 6 weeks, come back, and he'll be on the home run list, the average list, the RBI list within a week or two. He's back on top already. So I don't know.
Yep.
I like Harrison Bader. I like that kid. I think he deserves
Bader's good,
a shot.
yeah.
I think he deserves a shot. So I would go with Tony right now.
Yeah.
But he might be too pricey. Trout's in his 30s. We might be able to finagle him.
This is gonna be a $500 million deal for Cohen.
Judge,
You
Judge
guys
Brian
gonna owe-
Reynolds, Judge
Like, I
Brian
don't
Reynolds,
care.
and Mike Trout in the outfield. Come on now.
The
Oh my
Mets are gonna
God.
owe $1.5 million just taxes.
No, their tax bill is over 100 and some odd million dollars right now. That's the Cohen tax.
Insane.
Cohen tax. They don't give a shit.
All right, Dave.
Nothing. Everyone, happy holidays. Whether you're celebrating Hanukkah right now, Christmas in a couple
Fifth night.
days, Kwanzaa. I'm not too sure when that starts. I know it starts pretty soon.
My birthday's still going on, so.
Yep.
That too. With
Party.
some eggnog and some coquito, hopefully.
Oh, it's Coquito Day. National Coquito Day is today.
Oh, it is.
It is.
My wife is having coquito with my mom right now.
Ooh, are you gonna have some? Oh, well, I don't know. Do you work tomorrow?
How does the white guy know that, but you two don't? You're married to an Hispanic woman, and you're Hispanic. How do you not know it's Coquito Day?
Every day
It's
is
more like a
coquito
Puerto
day here.
Rican thing. That too. Entire December is coquito month for us. All right. Well, yeah. So,
All right.
y'all working tomorrow? Nice.
I work tomorrow. I'm never off. I haven't been off since Superstorm Sandy.
Wait, is it going to be that bad of a storm in the morning too?
No, it's supposed to be good tomorrow during the day. It's getting towards the nighttime when it drops fucking 50 degrees in
Oh,
like
yeah.
an hour, and then
the
overnight
thing.
into Saturday it's supposed to be just like a flash freeze, to where everything's just going to be ice Saturday morning.
There was a city in Minnesota that dropped, I think it was 27 degrees in 6 minutes when the
Yeah.
cold front came through.
Oh my God.
Cold fronts are no joke up north, Dave. Like you
I know,
can
down
literally
down
like,
here we're like, please.
I wore
Yeah, please
shorts.
bring it.
I wore shorts today. I'm going to wear shorts tomorrow to work, but by the time I get out of work, it's probably go.
oh, you're gonna be.
You're gonna wear shorts?
I wore shorts. I'm wearing shorts right now. I wore shorts today. It's
It's
50
gonna-
degrees.
Wasn't it also
Here's gonna
raining?
be 60, right?
Rain? What is rain? Rain don't mean nothing. It's just water.
Rain makes it colder.
Oh, it's fine.
Timmy, this is why you've for the last like 2 weeks you've had sinus infections,
No, that's not the
COVID.
Let's
reason.
be here.
You don't get
All right.
you don't get COVID from the weather, Dave,
You never know nowadays.
or a sinus infection, Dave. Come on now.
You
Sinus
never know
is
nowadays. Things travel on the water.
And then as you get older, Dave, I never had allergies until I was like 34, and then I started taking a 1-a-day pill,
They
and
say
now
every 10 years your body changes. So
I feel
try
like
it
it's
out.
every 10 days right now. The hell, move this way. All right. Yeah, echoing what everybody said. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, day number 5, Kwanzaa, all that good stuff. Enjoy football. Well, don't enjoy this game. Probably not anybody's going to be enjoying this game. But Christmas Eve, enjoy family, enjoy friends, enjoy football. Let's go Giants. Enjoy football again on Sunday. Family, friends, and all that good stuff. And let's go clinching. Giants. Do this thing. Could we clinch? Could we clinch a playoff spot?
I hope you go 16-0.
All right, peace out, everybody. Let's go.